President ka North Eastern Hill University Teachers Association Professor Lakon Kama ula Kyntait Mardor ke Jingkyrpad kinangilam kaseng Nehuta Youth Council HYC kibla ai jingmut yau Professor Saroj Kanta Barik ban hierno nakashuki Acting Vice Chancellor jangga School ba NEHU. Ke HYC kala ai jingmut Sarkar India bantung do Professor R Kongsdir namar ulong unong hikai bala kamrim ban yu Professor Barik. Professor Lakon Kamaulong, kini kerai jangka Ministry of Education Government of India kalabiang nadong syadong. Bat dan kamsyu ban tenru nekan raya ka. Minta ladon kam ban tur syakmat ban penbha bat ban kenti wi kacing nang jingtip baka NEHU kala du hakini ki kendiat snem balala.
Well, I think first of all, I would like to say that this demand by HYC is unfounded, irrational, and totally unnecessary. Simply because I think while we as Nehuta and the stakeholders of the university appreciate the concern shown by other stakeholders, because this university doesn't only belong to us who are within the university, I think it belongs to the entire state of Meghalaya. To that extent, I am happy that they have raised this issue. The only thing is, I think they don't have the complete information, and I would have expected that they should have come and probably meet us, get a briefing before going public. But then it's their association. I think they have every right to do the way they want. The only thing is, I think that demand is totally unnecessary, like I have said, for the simple reason that if you and let me say that in the beginning, as far as we are concerned, Nehuta, Nehunsa, even Nehusu, KSU, NEHU Union, and even others, there is no statutory violation whatsoever as far as appointment of Professor S.K. Barik as the VC, to take the charge of the VC of NEHU is concerned. Simply because if you look at our statute, it says, and I'll just read it so that it is really clear to everyone. Provided that the incumbent Vice Chancellor will hand over charge to the senior most professor on the expiry of his or her term, if the new Vice Chancellor has not been appointed and is not available to take over charge. Here in this case, the appointment has been done. There is no question of handing over charge because before the expiry of Professor Shukla, a new Vice Chancellor has been appointed with the approval of the President, which is as per our statute. Yes, had there been no communication from the ministry, Shukla should have handed over to the senior most, because we have no appointment of any VC. In this case, you look at the appointment letter of Professor Barik, it nowhere refers to our statute, simply because this appointment is a fresh appointment, and President, as the visitor of the university, has every right to appoint based on the available information that they have. And that's where it says that, and he is not, to be very frank, he's appointed he's been asked to take the charge of the Vice Chancellor, which is almost like with full power, till the new VC is appointed, which is perfectly as per our statute. Why we say so? Because, I'm told that at some point of time, they have asked the university to submit a panel of 3 top senior most members, including our statute, which is what I just read. From when we read the statute, we understand that there was no question of handing over charge to the senior most, because you have already appointed Professor S.K. Barik as a new, although on a temporary basis, but it is a fresh appointment. So that question doesn't really arise that there was any kind of violation. That is one reason where we see it, how it has been done, and we see no reason whatsoever. And that's how I think all of us, the main stakeholders of the university, are on the same plane, that there was no violation whatsoever. Now, naturally, the question that will come, which is equally important, is there are 2 things that HYC had mentioned, which I have seen. One is in that video, probably after the meeting with the chief rector, the governor of Meghalaya. They did mention that if we allow this, it will be that tomorrow they will appoint number 100, number 200. I think it is a very, very baseless statement, simply because it was not a random appointment of acting VC. It was mentioned deliberately the second senior most. They could have not written second senior most. simply escape Barik. But they wrote because they could not have given to the third or the fourth or the number 100 or the 200 because it is has to be as per the norms. Now, so it is not random at all because it is mentioned clearly the second senior most. Not only that, I also saw a news item that has appeared where they say that the university statutory body did not consult the senior most professor, Professor Khubor, while recommending the name of Professor Barik. Let me make it very clear. From university, there is no provision whatsoever to recommend anybody. It is the right of the ministry to ask the name of top 3 or top 5, which is available in our website. Anybody can go and visit, look at the seniority list of the professor. You will see that there are 3. And that's how NEHU is. At that time, I'm told that it was probably the Pro VC who was sitting here in the campus. So I don't think he has any power to recommend XYZ. His job is to provide the ministry the list of top 3 or top 5 senior most, and accordingly, ministry has acted, and that's how you see how Professor Barik has been appointed. Now, the question, of course, that will arise is this part is settled, no statutory violation, and that's why we are all with Professor Barik because the statute of NEHU has been upheld, and there's no question of we looking back or even thinking of asking about his resignation. So that is totally a baseless claim, I would say. Now, naturally, the question that will come that why second senior most and why not the first? I think that's a very important question that I think people should realize. This goes, and that's where I think HYC didn't do their homework and they have no information what goes on within the university. Let me tell you and make it very clear that during the crisis time for the last 2 years, since Professor Shukla disappeared from the campus way back in, say, November 2024, there has been 3 instances, I'm repeating it, 3 instances where NEHU Teachers Association, NEHU Student Union, NEHU Non-Teaching Staff Association, KSU NEHU Unit, Meghalaya Tribal Teachers Association NEHU have approached the senior most professor, who is Ba Khongsidil, to suo motu assume the charge of VC when there was problem in NEHU. And where is the problem? I'll pinpoint clearly. First problem was when Professor Shukla was asked to go on leave, Professor Saha was given the charge of the VC because he was the senior most. It continued because the inquiry report was not submitted. It went on and on and on till March 20th. On March 20th, Shukla wrote to the university that I have assumed office. And that's where the Professor Saha has refused to continue as the acting VC. Now the question arises, VC is not here. There was no PVs here. As per our statute, if the VC is not there for whatever reason in the headquarters or in the campus, the Pro VC will be looking after the duties of the VC. And if there is no Pro VC, because at that point of time we had no Pro VC because they have not joined. Although their appointment was done way back in November 2024 through a very illegitimate EC meeting, they have not joined. So we had no Pro VC. So naturally the senior most has to assume the charge. So we went to the senior most, and I'll give you the sequence. We went to Professor Saha. He declined, and I can why I say it is important because they have signed and given here in our letter one by one. All of them have signed. Professor Saha declined. He was number 1. Then we went to Professor N.M. Panda, the next senior most. He also same thing. I do hereby decline. Then we went to Professor B. Mishra. Same thing. He also write, as I have just recovered from my health problem, blah 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 blah. Therefore, I would like to decline to assume the charge of the office of the VC. However, I will continue to render my service as a professor in the department. Then came the Professor Khongsidil's turn. Same letter we gave, and he simply gave us a response, which is right here, clearly mentioning that unless it is given by the visitor or the ministry, I will not assume the charge. Now, question is, this letter that we have written to him and to all the senior professors at that point of time, one by one, see, look at the chronological order. We have not bypassed anyone. One by one, we went in the order of seniority. Saha, N.M. Panda, B. Mishra, then Khongsidil, then the turn was for Kongsungo. We have not yet approached her. And mind you, at that point of time, there was no PVC. They have not joined. Now, signed by, I'll tell you, all the signatures are here. Signed by all of us, President Nehuta, President Nihunsa, President Nihusu, General Secretary Nehuta, General Nihansa, General Secretary Nihusu. And we have explained that the university, as per our statute, allows that suo motu you should assume, because the headquarters of the university cannot be without a head. At any point of time, including Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, you must have, because it is already inbuilt in our system. But then what has happened is we explained to him that this is the statute that we have, which clearly states that 2A51, that in absence of the VC, the pro VC, in absence of the pro VC, the senior most. But then he simply declined. Of course, he has his reason. He said that, it is not, it may not be legal for me. It may not be because it didn't come from ministry, which means, in nutshell, although we said we are with you, the entire university committee is with you. Teachers, non-teaching staff, students, there is nobody else left out who is not with you. We are supporting you. You please assume office. Yet he said no, and that's how it happened. That was, of course, during that point of time. Then came the scenario where that was on 24th when he's replied to our letter, which was written on 21st of March. Then few days after that, Ong Sungo joined as PVC. After that vacuum of 5-7 days, which we have never accepted, because that PVC appointment way back in November 2024 was totally illegitimate. We have never accepted that. And we told Kong Sungo also that why did you join as PVC? Because Professor Kongsdale has declined. Next is you in the sequence of seniority. We would have come to you as the senior most professor, so you cannot perform as PVC. You have to perform as the senior most, and she agreed. And that's how she continued till May. Come again May, we knew 30th of May she was retiring. We will have no PVC. We will have. So we again approached Professor Kongsdale that, sir, come 30th of May, Professor Sungo will retire, and you are now it's your turn again, because others have all declined. Even at that point of time, he said, no, I cannot. I'm sorry. I cannot help you all. This is my concern. So I have expressed why I cannot take, because it didn't come from the ministry. And so he declined. The moment he declined, the next senior most available was Professor S.K. Barik. Remember, I'm telling you, before Kong Sungo retired in May, we went to Professor Barik, all the stakeholders went, and we tried to convince him the same way we did with Professor Kongsdale. And you won't believe, he said, I agree. I know I will antagonize the ministry. I know I'll antagonize everywhere, everybody in Delhi. I'll antagonize Shukla. But yet, because you have come, showing so much of concern for the university, as my concern for the university, I agree. But then by the time that Burnwal committee came, they convinced us that there will be an EC meeting on 30th of May, where we'll appoint PVC. He will have full power. And it ended there. So Professor Barik said, now we do nothing, because PVC has been appointed. Professor Umdor was appointed as PVC. Now that is all. Comes December 15th, when Pro VC resigned. Naturally, from 15 till say 24th, 23rd, we had nobody here. No, Shukla was not there. We don't know where he is. Anyway, he was not in campus for almost 2 years. We again went to the same process, one by one. We went back to Kongsdale. We said, sir, there is no PVC have resigned. He may or may not have given charge to Tura, but Tura cannot control from here, because the headquarters is without the VC. Shukla was out. There is nobody here. Please take the charge. Again, he said, and again, the letter is clearly dated 19th of December 2025. We wrote, and it's a 3-page letter again. This time, again, like earlier, Nehuta, Nihunsa, Nihusu, Meta, and KSU NEHU unit. We signed and gave same letter. We gave same date, mind you, 19th of December. We gave it to him, and he said, I regret to inform you that I will not be able to suo motu assume the office of the VC as proposed, as discussed on telephone. My stand remains the same. And thank you for your proposal, he said. Had these problem not been there in NEHU, that there was a vacuum 3 times the stakeholder has to approach the senior most. Had this been a normal scenario, in a normal scenario where there has not been any circumstances where there's a vacuum, I think they would have asked. I believe they would have asked. But here, because there has been so much of problem in NEHU, and 3 times the senior most has declined to the stakeholder. And that's what I'm saying. This probably has solely responsible for why ministry have said that this person is not interested. And that's why they said it's futile to ask him. This is what my assumption. They didn't ask me, so naturally I'm not privy to it. But my assessment, being a faculty of university and being the president of Nehuta, is that for them, they have every paper with them to show that he is not interested. But yes, on a normal circumstance, on a normal day, because it has happened in the past. When Professor Pakem passed away, mid-term, on the second term, Professor Miri was given. He was the senior most. I'm sure he was asked. There has never been a scenario where under normal circumstances, a senior most would have been bypassed. But this is an extraordinary scenario whereby the senior most have not, even upon the request of these key stakeholders of the university with their full support, have not displayed or tried to rescue the university during crisis. I think when you do that, I think nothing will work for you, and I'm not surprised. To be very frank, when I saw this, I was not surprised at all, because they already have our letters saying that he has already declined thrice. So on what ground they will appoint? And there's no way at all, and there's no reason for them to do it. And that's what probably, I think, the only thing is, he is a respectable faculty member and a very senior member. I think I have due regard for him. And it's just that maybe it is also a lesson. Let me end on this. That is also a lesson to whoever is there in the university. If you are senior most, when crisis comes, please listen to the stakeholders. Because when we give you a 3-page letter signed by all stakeholders, it's not a joke, and it is available in the public domain. It carries importance. We are statutory bodies. Nehuta, Nehunsa, Nehusu is as per the statute. Like VC exists as per statute, we exist as statute. And that's why we have not allowed Shukla or Professor Sungha to continue against the will of the statutory bodies. Simply because if VC exists, we also exist. And that's how I think our stand is very clear. I hope this is a learning process for everybody in the university, particularly those who are at the senior level, that try to pitch in whenever university is in crisis. Because if you don't, tomorrow it might backfire, and you might think that you have been done injustice, but it will be too late by that time, and nothing can be undone at that point of time. And that's how I would like to end it.